turns its face away and fortune passes by. I sit alone with every doubt. I cannot run inside. I hear my prayers fall to the floor like echoes with no sound. I look at who I'm supposed to be and feel so far from now. I measure myself against their lives, their grace, their open hands. I want their courage, want their ease. Don't understand who I am. What once was joy feels thin and small when shame is speaking loud. I almost disappear in everything I'm not. But in that quiet break in space, your name comes softly through. Like a bird learning how to breathe above the heaviness. Your love reminds my heart what riches really mean. I wouldn't trade this fragile life, not even to be queen. The ground I stood on felt so cold, like winter in my veins. But one thought of your tenderness and I rise again. It doesn't change the world outside, but changes how I stand. I'm no longer begging heaven to make me someone else. 'Cause when I remember you, the sky comes back to me. I rise above the voice that says I'm less than I should be. Your love is more than enough, more than I ever dreamed. I wouldn't trade this broken road, not even for their crowns. Let them keep their golden glory, let them shine where I can't see. I have something they can't measure. You believe in me. And when the night returns again, I know what still is true. No matter how the world may turn, I am rich when I remember you. A man behind me shakes a storm of change. Waterfalls of quarters down the metal range. Someone folds a shirt, a baby starts to cry. I watch the dryers turn like a muted sky. Across the street, the diner's neon hums. We drove there once while grief was on the drums. A gallon cup of water burned through bread. What else do I need? Nothing left unsaid. Just the clean blue distance far from my skin, pulling out the parking lot, letting quiet in. And today feels easy to turn into gray, like a hymn on the radio that won't go away. I'm calm in the spin cycle, slow and low, melancholy music in the undertow. If heaven is a hallway with nothing to do, then why do I keep waiting for someone like you? when you die over yellow clouds on a cemetery sky. Paper icicles tremble in the vent, the only Christmas this place ever meant. I strain my eyes to read the dark between black gaps, forming faces in the machine. Jesus in the blood and gone too fast, like any certainty I couldn't make last. A woman folds a sheet for the glass to cube her reflection, smooth as the promises we reap. The waiting isn't hard, it's asked to the sound when the last coin drops and nothing comes around. I'm calm in the spinning cycle, slow and low, melancholy music in the undertow. If heaven is a hallway with nothing to do, then why do I keep waiting for someone like you? Coins keep coming like a vacation, mercy in the laundromat, and this spotless given flesh, I whisper to the whirring gods. Let a penny be a seed in the tired sod. Water them back, hollering afraid. Bring me the edges I can't bear to fade. All my life I dodged the word amen, afraid of flame, a final of growing again. But here it all is claim, fluorescent light, even dawn looks gentle when it holds the night. I call in the spin cycle, slow and low, melancholy music in the undertow. If heaven is a hallway with nothing to do, then why do I keep waiting for someone like you? Coins keep coming like a prayer I can't tell, mercy in the laundromat, in this spotless hell. Put dryers into silence one by one. Steel mills close after they've spit out the sun. I gather what is mine, warm, thin and clean, and step back into distance, gray and serene. Ancient branches, gray and bare, twisted vines climb to nowhere. A lonely crow, a shadowed wing, a mournful call the night it brings. On hollow ground where moss has grown, a silent vigil all alone. The air is cold, the light is whispers, this is the end. Every fading leaf, a whispered plea for a home I seek but cannot see. Miles stretch out an endless gray, wishing for a brighter day. Oh, my heavy heart, it aches inside, lost on the winds, nowhere to hide. At the world's far edge where horizons meet, my weary soul tastes bittersweet. A broken echo across the land, just a solitary grain of sand on autumn's farthest shore. I scan. A tiny bridge where water flows, a distant light, a heart that glows, a fleeting warmth, a memory past, too quick to hold, too fragile to last. On ancient paths, the old road west, its shelling breath the west wind finds. A lean horse stumbles slow and gray, another mile, another day. Every fading leaf, a whispered plea for a home I seek but cannot see. Miles stretch out an endless gray, wishing for a brighter day. Oh, my heavy heart, it aches inside, lost on the winds, nowhere to hide. At the world's far edge where horizons meet, my weary soul tastes bittersweet. A broken echo across the land, just a solitary grain of sand on autumn's farthest shore. I stare. The sun descends, a final fiery gaze, lost in the haze of forgotten days. This heavy sorrow, a burden I bear, a quiet exile consumed by despair, for all that's lost and what can't be found. A silent scream, no spoken sound, just the wind through the trees, a summer tune beneath the pale rising moon. Every fading leaf, a whispered plea for a home I seek but cannot see. Miles stretch out an endless gray, wishing for a brighter day. Oh, my heavy heart, it aches inside, lost on the winds, nowhere to hide. At the world's far edge where horizons meet, my weary soul tastes bittersweet. A broken echo across the land, just a solitary crimson lotus, once so bright, now lose scent to autumn's flight. Across the cool jade mat, a shiver runs through me. I gently shed my silken gown, a whisper in the silent room, and step into the graceful boat upon the silvered lake. My gaze sweeps to the distant shore, where memory still gleams. My heart aches for a time gone by, lost in elusive dreams. One single longing held in separate lonely hearts, a quiet sorrow playing its enduring parts. It leaves my brow, a fleeting peace then settles deep within, a tender ache that will not cease. Where do I begin? This endless current, bittersweet, beneath the western moon. I search the clouds above for a precious letter's flight, a silken message, pure and true, from you, my love, beyond my sight. When wild geese curb their words in flight, a silent promise deep in vast, in moonlight bathes the west tower, never redesigned to last. My gaze sweeps to the distant shore, where memory still bleeds. My heart aches for a time gone by, lost in elusive dreams. One single longing held in separate lonely hearts, a quiet sorrow playing its enduring parts. It leaves my brow, a fleeting peace then settles deep within, a tender ache that will not cease. Where do I begin? This endless current, bittersweet, beneath the western moon, light petals falling, streams flow ever on, a gentle, bittersweet design, a fleeting beauty, time soft and a love entwined. Be the mind, wish and is yearning, deep and vast, a when it's entering parts. It leaves my brow, then finds its place deep in my heart, beneath the west tower moon. If there's no love, then what is this I feel? And if love is, what form does it reveal? If love is good, why does it bring me pain? If it is cruel, why do I still remain? Each torment that you bring feels sweet somehow. The more I drink, the more I thirst right now. I'm drifting in a boat without a guide, between two winds upon the open tide. They blow against each other, never cease. This strange disease that robs me of my peace. While living death, oh sweetly bitter fire. I freeze from heat, I burn from cold desire. If I'm the one who lights this burning flame, then why these tears, this sorrow and this shame? If pain delights me, why do I complain? I don't know why I'm weary, why I wait. Oh, quick and death, oh, harm that feels so right. How can you fill my days and haunt my night? I'm drifting in a boat without a guide, between two winds upon the open tide. They blow against each other, never cease. This strange disease that robs me of my peace. Oh, living death, oh, sweetly bitter fire. I freeze from heat, I burn from cold's desire. Rest I give consent to let this be. How can this paradox exist in me? But if I do consent, then I am wrong to sing this melancholy wandering song. I'm tossed about, forever back and forth, from south to north, from north again to south. What wonder is this melody I bear, caught between the fire and the frozen air? This love, this stuff, this sweet and bitter fate, forever lost between whispers drift on silver currents, past the clouds, a clever dance. Falling lights with hidden yearning paint the night a cosmic trance. Across the wide and boundless dark, a river flows, a silver gleam, a silent, aching, fragile mark between the waking and the dream. We wait beneath this ancient sky for moments we can call our own. Then a breath of autumn sighs, a chill upon the air, a golden whisper in the breeze, a promise we can share. For one brief night, the heavens turn to a line for us alone. A single precious, faded hour on stardust softly sown. And in that one celestial meeting, more precious than 1,000 dawns, our spirits find their truest greeting beyond the touch of earthly love. For tender hearts like flowing streams find deeper currents, wild and free. And if our love transcends all dreams, when need is there for day to day, for you and me. And the starlight leaves a silver thread across the chasm vast and deep, a whispered vow, a word unsaid, a secret that the cosmos key. This fragile bridge of transient gleam, born of a hope that never dies, a moment held within a dream, reflected in our longing eyes. The world alone may sleep and stand, unknowing of the magic here. And as the morn begins to fade, a chill upon the air, a golden whisper in the breeze, a moment we must share. For one brief night, the heavens turn to a line for us alone. A single precious, faded hour on stardust softly sown. And in that one celestial meeting, more precious than 1,000 dawns, our spirits find their truest greeting beyond the touch of earthly laws. For tender hearts like flowing streams find deeper currents, wild and free. And if our love transcends our dreams, when need is there for day to day, for you and me. We watch the silver pathway fade, reluctant steps, a heavy heart, this woven bridge of memory, mid tears fall as we are forced to part. To look upon that fading way where starlight melts into the dawn, to know our souls will wait and pray until the next star faded more. This yearning deeper cosmic ache, a love that spans eternity. silver river flows on till next the stars align. A love that echoes ever strong. Waking from a slumber where ancient dreams reside, tower windows sealed, a quiet truth inside. Muted morning light through drawn curtains, last year's sorrow, a tide that slowly flows. Cherry petals fall like silent, fragile rain. Swallows trace arcs, whispering a name. A solitary figure stands, lost in spring's refrain. The ache of memory begins its slow refrain. Standing alone beneath the vast sky, chasing echoes of a love that moved too fast. The bright moon remembers whispered vows. Where are you now? This spring is a hollow whisper of what used to be, a quiet sorrow still haunting me. Closing eyes to seal, clear as yesterday. The first time you stole breath away. A fragile heart, twice woven on a silken dress. Tender beauty only guessed. Fingers danced on the paper, clear melodies, speaking of a longing still felt here. Love unspoken yet deeply understood, would give anything to see you stand before me. Standing alone beneath the vast sky, chasing apples of a love that moved too fast. The bright moon remembers whispered vows. Where are you now? This spring is a hollow whisper of what used to be, a quiet sorrow still haunting me. The same bright moon that watched us land still hangs above, illuminating fragile remnants of our love. It saw you drift, a vibrant cloud against the blue. Now it shines alone where once there were two. 'Cause it remembered laughter in your eyes, or is time a thief that could recognize this ghost of spring, a whisper in the air, a heavy question no longer to bear. Like the way a dream and a tree will quiet sorrow forever haunting in this empty spring. Should I compare you to a summer day when summer never really stays? The light can burn, the light can fade, and even May can slip away. I've watched the sky turn hard and gray. I've seen what beauty oozes face, but something in the way you are refuses time, refuses change. The sun is kind, but sometimes cruel. It gives and takes, it breaks the rules. Every fragile thing I knew learned how to leave, learned how to bruise. But when I rest inside your name, nothing feels so temporary, like there's a season in my heart that doesn't bow to gravity. The world is always asking me to let go, to let you fade. But your summer never ends. Your light doesn't drift away. Time can circle, time can bend, but it cannot make you change. And when the night is closing in, I still know what is true, as long as I am breathing here. This song will carry you. I've seen how everything that shines is borrowed, broken, borrowed twice. But what I hold when you are near feels untouched, feels clarified. No shadow dares to call your name, and no ending learns your shape. You live inside these quiet lands where death can't follow me. 'Cause your summer never ends. Your warmth is where I stay. Every word I leave behind our songs to sing. You will not slip away. So breathe with me a little while. Let time do what it may. You live in every open How many seasons must we truly stand as fleeting winds sweep through this ancient land? The gentle spring arrives, then slips away. Another year, another fading day. We cling to beauty, fearing blooms too soon, then watch them scatter neath the pale full moon. 1,000 crimson tears on branches sigh, as countless fragile petals drift and die. Oh, spring, please linger, stay a while with me. They say no path leads back to what used to be. My quiet sorrow, where can it confide? Like painted eaves where spider threads still glide. A gentle web catching what the breezes bring, a silent testament to fading spring. The painted eaves adorned in days gone past hold fragile beauty never meant to last. A patient spider weaving through the light catches the drifting down both soft and white. The silken threads, a silent humble reflect the quiet aching of my heart. Each passing moment caught within a snare, lonely sigh lost on the empty air. Oh, spring, please linger, stay a while with me. They say no path leads back to what used to be. My quiet soul, where can it confide? Like painted eaves where spider threads still glide. A gentle web catching what the breezes bring, the silent testament to fading spring. An ancient story, a queen's heart left alone. A promised moment now forever flown. No poets sing with gold a lover's plea. Who hears this gentle ache inside of me? So good undance for glory turns to dust and presses the beauty crumbling into rest. Its quiet a breaking heart. Don't lean upon the high, precarious railway, hazy willows tell a mournful tale. At sunset where shadows start to see. But sorrow deep where longing falls asleep. Oh, spring, please linger, stay a while with me. They say no path leads back to what used to be. My quiet sorrow, where can it confide? Like pain at ease, where spider threads still bite. A gentle word, catch you what the breezes bring. The silent testament of fading spring. Waking slow in empty rooms where echoes softly stay. A quiet bomb of darkness lifts, then slowly fades away. Each doorway silently conceals a comfort I once knew, and drawn drapes shroud the windows in this solitary view. The same old ache of springtime returns to haunt again. A familiar, tender sorrow carried on the falling rain. Like fallen petals, I am lost and drift here all alone, while rain begins its gentle whisper over fields of stone. The swallows paired are flying homeward through the evening light, but here's an empty space where once a melody shone bright. A whisper of lost love, a memory in the air. Oh, moonlit absence, find me if you care. I recall the first time meeting, etched within my soul. Your graceful silhouette made my fragmented spirit whole. A soft silk flowing, whispers of a heart woven in its lace. And from your lute, a tender yearning filled that hallowed space. Your eyes, a silent story flickering in the candle's glow. A world within that you care. The same bright moon that witnessed all our moans, sort of turned true, now watches over silence in a sky of deepest blue. It saw you fade like twilight, a dream upon the breeze, a transient beauty gone too fast beyond my grasp at ease. But it pulls limber softly in the corners of my mind, a moment I hold so closely, of love we left behind. Like falling petals, I am lost in drifts here all alone, while rain begins its gentle whisper over fields of snow. The swallows pit are flying homeward through the evening light, the cheers and empty space where once the melody shone bright, a whisper of lost love, a memory in the Moonlit absence. Find me if you care. Come and gone, like a whisper, under the moon forever I roam. Lost and come and gone, like a woke from a dream. The grand old gates were sealed. The morning after, a forgotten world revealed. Velvet drapes drawn low, a shadow on the floor, just the whisper of what came before. Oh, the bright moon still watches like it watched us long ago, and every colorful cloud returned a whispered hope, you know. Now spring's old sorrow lingers in the soft and falling rain, and I search the distant heavens for that glimpse of you again. I recall the first time I saw you standing there in that lace dress, twin hearts entwined beyond compare. Your people whispered stories of a love too deep to name, each gentle pluck a burning bittersweet flame. Oh, the bright moon still watches like it watched us long ago, when every colorful cloud returned a whispered hope, you know. Now spring's own sorrow lingers in the soft and falling rain, and I search the distant heavens for that glimpse of you again. Through high locked gates and curtains drawn so low, I sip the vintage wines and make the memories flow. But every drop just deepens this ache inside my soul for a love that shone like summer, now lost beyond control. The bright moon still watches like it watched us long ago, when every colorful cloud returned a whispered hope, you know. Now spring's own sorrow lingers in a soft and falling rain, and I search the distant heavens for that glimpse of you again. Oh, the bright moon still watches, a silent witness to lay pleased, just searching for those colorful clouds, hoping that one day return to me, return to me. Searching, seeking, lost within the haze. A chilling quiet fills these empty days. Desolate whispers of misery so deep, promises broken that my heart cannot keep. The air warms briefly, then the cold returns to bite. My weary spirit finds no rest in a fading light. 3 cups of light wine, so fragile and so thin. How can they battle the fierce wind blowing in? This evening's tempest, it cuts right to the bone, leaving me shattered, utterly alone. How can one heart hold pain, a thousand sorrows falling like the Wutong Rain. The wild geese are soaring, a familiar distant flight. My heart breaks anew at their passing sight. Old friends they once were, carrying news of the past, now only echoes too beautiful to last. Holding chrysanthemums where deep they bloom so bright, now scattered, withered, losing all their light. Piled on the ground now, beauty left to fade. Who would now gather the plans we once made? By the window I linger, watching shadows creep. How can I face the darkness while the world is asleep? My soul, a fragile boat upon a troubled tide, was nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide. Fake cups of light wine, so fragile and so thin. How can they bite all the fierce wind blowing in? This evening's tempest, it cuts right to the bone, leaving me shattered, utterly alone. How can a heart hold such a heavy pain? A thousand sorrows falling like the Wutong Rain. The Wutong is a whisper, mournful, gentle sound, as fine rain descends on this hallowed ground. Drip, drip, drip through the fading afternoon, till darkness settles and riding fire too soon. This endless anguish, how can one word suffice this profound sorrow, this cold eternal eyes? When the world turns its face away and fortune passes by, I sit alone with every doubt I can't outrun inside. I hear my prayers fall to the floor like echoes with no sound. I look at who I'm supposed to be and feel so far from now.
I measure myself against their lives, their grace, their open hands. I want their courage, want their ease. Don't understand who I am. What once was joy feels thin and small when shame is speaking loud. I almost disappear in everything I'm not.
But in that quiet breaking space, your name comes softly through. And when I remember you, something in me lifts.
So like a bird learning how to breathe
above the heaviness.
your love reminds shadows trying to find a light, lost inside the echoes on a cold and endless night, comparing our reflections to the ones who got it made. But gold is just a metal that will eventually fade. I see you fighting demons that nobody else can see. You think you're falling down, but you're a masterpiece to me. They got the crowns and thrones, but they don't got the soul. We walk the border together, making each other whole.
The ground I stood on felt so cold, like winter in my veins. But one thought of your tenderness and I rise again. It doesn't change the world outside, but changes how I stand. I'm no longer begging heaven to make me someone else.
'Cause when I remember you, the sky comes back to me. I rise above the voice that says I'm less than I should be.
Your love is more than enough,
More than I ever
I
dreamed.
wouldn't trade this broken road.
Not even for their crowns. Let them keep their golden glory. Let them shine where I can't see. I've something they can't measure. You believe in me. Let them keep the glory, let them hold the fame. I'll be your echo when you're caught inside the rain. No need for validation from a world that's so detached. This bond is something that they can never match. Voidwalker stepping in, wiping away the tears,
Turning up the volume,
drowning out your
and when the night returns again, I know what still is true. No matter how the world may turn,
I'm rich.